What's up, phonies? Crazy Pretzel here coming to you live. It's still February 1st. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon, about 12 hours from our last vid. I watched the Royal Rumble. I watched about half of it last night, and then toward the end of the women's one, I kind of started falling asleep a bit, or just getting tired, so after that one, I cooled it, and I finished the rest of the show. So, I'm off work today, so it's all good. So, my grading scale for the Royal Rumble, it's going to be just a touch different than my AEW reviews, because I'm not taking, any points off for a time limit, because it's pay-per-view. You can make the matches as long as you want on pay-per-view, because that's the purpose, pay-per-view. So, it's probably going to be hard as fuck to see, but my grading scale is divided into fifths. We got selling, we've got referee goofiness / referee retardation, we've got if the match was entertaining, we've got a section for if the match had a promo before it, or how the storyline was for it, if that was in the match at all, and then also a segment or a section just for if I thought something was said, what did I write? Saying or doing something wrong, or they say something really stupid that's just flat out wrong, or if it's cringy, or if it's lame. So that's how we're grading this Royal Rumble. So, alright, so let's kick the show off. Let me get a drink of my Coke here. Good stuff. So, alright, so we open the show off with a WWE Championship match. It's the belt that has eluded Goldberg, and thank goodness it still eluded him in this match. Drew McIntyre versus Bill Goldberg. I think this match went about 5 minutes. So match starts off Drew headbutts Goldberg and then spears him. Then they go outside the ring, and then McIntyre's gonna whip Goldberg into the steps. Goldberg no sells the spear he just took and reversed him to the steps. So we took a 5th point off for the lack of selling in this match already. Then they do then Goldberg spears McIntyre through the barricade. They have done that spot so many freaking times. So I took a 5th point off for overdone, because that spot was very overdone. So the match never officially started at that point. Drew comes in the ring and the ref's hey, do you still want to go? And Drew's ring the damn bell. So bell rings, and then Drew hits a Claymore for a 2 count, and then Drew goes for a second Claymore. And the way the camera was, I couldn't tell, they said that, Goldberg ducked, but the way the camera was, I think Drew just purposely jumped over Goldberg, because Goldberg was, on the ground. There's no way he could have just simply ducked that. I think Drew, purposely jumped over him. So I thought that was kind of funny. Goldberg hits, after that miss of the Claymore, Goldberg does 2 spears for a 2 count, jackhammer for a 2 count, and then a Claymore kick from Drew for a 3 count. So Drew wins. Was 5 minutes. It was what it was. It's Goldberg. Dude just needs to not wrestle anymore, man. And I'm not gonna say anything about, I said my AEW review. Check that out, by the way. That I'm not looking forward to Sting wrestling. I'm not defending I'm not gonna be one of those guys that says, all right, it's cool for Sting to wrestle, but Goldberg no, or whatever. No, dude. Goldberg needs to stay out of the ring, and Sting needs to stay out of the ring, dude. The only, somewhat old guy that I could think of that could still go that I'm happy seeing in the ring is Edge. Edge is, 47, I think. Guy can still go. Guy is, in good shape, can still go, can still keep up with the young guys. That's a dude that's, older that you can still see in the ring. So, anyway, I give this match a 3 out of 5. I just took a 5th point off for selling and the overdone barricade spot that they always do. So, next we had Carmella versus Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's title. This match was alright. I thought it was better than the last match, to be honest. So, let's see. I didn't write down much notes on this. There was a spot where Carmella was beating up Sasha and she was trash talking her. She was like, I'm better, I'm hotter, I'm stronger, whatever. I liked that part. And Carmella to me, Carmella showed everybody like in AEW and on the WWE roster how to actually do a fucking suicide dive. Like there was a spot where basically I'm trying to think of Carmella's like guy that's out there with her. I'm gonna say Reginald. I think his name is Reginald. Like there was a spot where Sasha went to dive at him or something, and he caught her or something, and then the ref got like pissed off and was ejecting him from the ringside. And then when Sasha turned around, Carmella hit this suicide dive, and it wasn't one of those stupid ones where she just pushes the person up against the barricade and like lands on her feet, or she just like briefly hits him, lands on her feet. No, dude, she fucking ran and fucking like jumped all the way on top of her, went to the ground with her. Like it was beautiful. Like that was a suicide dive. Seth Rollins, you should fucking look at that, man. AEW, you should look at that, man. So, yeah. I'm just saying that was a great suicide dive. So, I took the 5th point off because I'm not a big Sasha Banks fan. I also don't like her using Eddie Guerrero's Three Amigos and then the Frog Splash. And the Frog Splash ain't her finishing move either. So to me, they're trying to say, that's a tribute because, she was an Eddie Guerrero fan or something. I think it's a bit disrespectful. I mean, and then she didn't even finish hitting the sequence of the Three Amigos. How is that paying tribute when you're not even, using some of the, the frog, especially the Frog Splash, when you're not using that as a finisher. Actually, I find that annoying in general. You got, I think Kevin Owens does a Frog Splash. I think Apollo Crews does a Frog Splash. There's so many wrestlers that do a Frog Splash, and it's not a finisher. Why is it not a finisher? To me, that's disrespectful to Eddie Guerrero. But, yeah, whatever. Sasha wins with the bank statement. I also took a 5th point off for this match because Sasha did a backstage promo before this match, and in the interviewer, I think it was Kayla Braxton, I think that's who it was. She was like, how do you feel about this? Does Carmella have can you stand up against the odds? And Sasha's like, just laughing like a goof. You know what I'm saying? Just laughing like a goof. So, that annoyed me. So, this would have gotten 3 out of 5, but Carmella's entrance is pretty badass. So I gave that a bonus point, 4 out of 5. So, next we've got Big E backstage getting interviewed. Then Xavier Woods shows up, and then Sami Zayn shows up and is talking about something about, I don't know, probably a conspiracy with their numbers being higher than his or something. And then Kofi Kingston shows up, and then he leaves, and then they go on about something. I don't know. I give this a 0. I hate the New Day. Absolutely hate the New Day. Get them the fuck off TV. So, and I'm not gonna knock New Day for, you know what I'm saying, for they're in shape, but like I said, too many years of unicorns and the stupid trombone thing and the fucking pancakes, you know what I'm saying, too many years of that shit. When you get fucking like an acid burn or something, it might heal, but there's still gonna be at least a scar or some kind of indentation or wound in your body. That's what New Day has done to me. They have left so many fucking mental scars in my brain that no matter what they do, they will always get zeros from Crazy Pretzel. Because New Day sucks. So, let's move on. Toast to you guys. By the way, let's just do another Babe of the Week. I know I did one on Alexa Bliss, but it's my video. I can do whatever I want. Babe of the Week. This might be a weird choice, but our Babe of the Week is this Weather Channel chick, Stephanie Abrams. Maybe it's weird she's the Babe of the Week, but I've always found her kind of attractive. One thing I could say about her too, she's got a nice bod. To me, it's kind of Stephanie McMahon used to be real hot back in the day. As she's gotten older, and maybe she's in, good physical shape, but I don't see the attraction to her anymore. Stephanie Abrams to me looks like how Stephanie McMahon used to look in a way. And she still looks like that. So props to you, Stephanie Abrams. I mean, keep up the good work. That's the good Stephanie. Keep up the good work on the Weather Channel and all that good stuff. I am honestly clueless if she's even still on the Weather Channel. Haven't watched it in forever. All right, next we've got. Oh God, this was bad. So there's this Latin artist. I guess he's supposed to be a new artist or something. His name is Bad Bunny. Yeah, Badbunny. Bad Bunny. So he does like this performance. The whole entire song's like in Spanish. He was pretty terrible. I gave this a quarter point for Booker T, like, because Booker T was out there basically just standing there while the guy was doing his thing, and then he said, "Can you dig that sucker?" So, I mean, it's cool that I guess he's doing, like, he's having Booker T involved in something, because I like Booker T, he's a legend, but this guy is garbage, man. I mean, I'd rather listen to this or this masterpiece. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather listen to that, or how about this one? Yeah, even though those are so bad, I would still pick those listening to that over this guy. Maybe I'm crazy for it, but crazy pretzel. So, it's my thing. I'm crazy. All right, next we got the Women's Battle Royal. Um, Overall, I gave this a 3 out of 5. It wasn't bad. I think like I got a little bit bored toward the end. I feel like it was like kind of dragging a bit. Like, I don't know. I wrote down some highlights of it. Stuff I liked, stuff I didn't like. Bailey was annoying in the beginning of it. She was like the first entrant. She was yelling something at the commentators. You couldn't hear what she said or whatever. All I can say about that, shut the fuck up. So, I'm not really a Bailey fan much anymore. I find her just kind of annoying. Her like promos, like some people act like she's got like great promos and stuff. She just sounds like a robot or whatever. So, Billie Kay was amazing during this match. She came out and just kept kept sitting at the commentary table, and every time like someone would come out, she wanted to like talk to them about being like allies in the match or something, and everybody came out and just kind of like shoved her or blew her off or hit her or something. So she'd go back to the announcer table. She did this for about the next 6 or 7 entrants or so. Jillian Hall came out, and she was like doing her goofy singing thing, and then Billie Kay talked to Jillian, and they were like, okay, and then they go in the ring, and Billie Kay is just funny in the ring, just like the way she's always like you can't understand what she's saying half the frickin' time, but she's always like yelling or talking or something. She's kind of like this might be like a weird comparison, but like I don't know if you ever played like any of like the Warcraft games, and then I'm talking old school, like Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2, how they got like the peasants that build shit or whatever, and like they just have like this goofy personality to them, like the voice acting in it does. She just reminds me of that a little bit, just like this worker that's out there doing stuff and telling everybody like directing traffic and stuff, and just I don't know. She's funny. I like Billie Kay. So Bianca Belair came out at number 3. I'm going to show you guys. She actually ended up winning this whole match, but I'm going to show you guys something, and I'm giving credit to Keith, last name. Well, I won't say his last name out of privacy, but Keith B on Wrestling Juggernauts. This is your thing that you showed me. As you can see, Bianca Belair's both feet hit the floor and she should have been eliminated. So, bullshit. Bullshit. She did not win the Rumble. So, alright, I'm just saying that, but, what else happened in this? I'll have something funny about Bianca Belair at the end of this. My girl Victoria showed up. The interesting thing with her was 2019 was supposed to be her retirement year or whatever. Like, last time she was like going to be wrestling and then retired. And then I guess WWE needed a woman, gave her some money, and she showed up. So I still don't like that theme song she has. Like she comes out and it goes like, I'm not the lady to mess with. Woo, goats. Like that song. Never liked that song. They should have just kept her with the fucking, like, that old Tattoo song, all the things she said. Maybe they could have, like, taken the lyrics out and just used the music part or something. That made more sense than the whatever dancer thing she did. What else happened in this? Shotzi Blackheart was in it. First time I ever seen her. I hear the chick's good. She's from NXT. Yep, she looks good. Her wrestling was, like, pretty cool. Yeah, that chick's money, man. Do something with her. Toni Storm, another chick that looked really good. Toni Storm, man. She kind of got, like, a little bust going on and, like, some nice hips. She looks good, man. And she wrestles good, too. Like, that's another chick that's money from NXT. These guys almost make me want to watch NXT. Almost. Rhea Ripley was in this match. Man, there was a couple of, like, brutal spots for elimination she did. Like, she powerbombed, like, Dana Brooke, like, on the apron to eliminate her. And then I think it was Dakota Kai. They were doing something, like, over the, like, by the ropes or something. And then you just see Dakota Kai's, like, face plant on the apron when she got eliminated. Like, that looked painful. That was cool. Lacey Evans and Charlotte continued their feud a little bit. When Lacey came out, like, Charlotte was just beating the crap out of her. I would have liked to have seen one of them eliminate one or the other in the match, but it never happened. So I thought that could have been a little better. Then I took a 5th point off. This is where I start taking some points off. So first I took a 5th point off because, number one, they announced Alicia Fox as a legend. She is not a legend. Like, Alicia Fox was wrestling, like, back in, like, 2008 or 2009 or something like that. You know, when I used to watch regularly. That was, like, not even 10 years ago. She's not a legend. So we took a 5th point off for false documentation or false statements or whatever. Second off, they did a 24/7 title spot in this Royal Rumble. So, I mean, they try to make it, like, seem all serious, the Rumble match be all serious, but then they have this goofy, stupid 24/7 title stuff in this fucking match. And I like R-Truth. He's entertaining, but still. He got pinned by Alicia Fox. They really need to call it this just the 24/7 roll-up title. Because that's how the title changes all the time. It's just roll-ups, 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 roll-ups. Like, once you get hit with the roll-up, you can't kick out. It's so stupid. So they did that in this match. I thought that was annoying. When Nia Jax came out, I was wondering what the hell she was wearing. She had this weird, like, red outfit on, but then she had, like, this yellow, like, eyeliner. Like, what was that? I mean, I think Shayna Baszler was wearing yellow, but if she was gonna, like, represent a team with Shayna, then why not just dress in some yellow? Like, just this being yellow, it was stupid. So, I didn't like that. They team up and eliminate some people. Lana returned, I guess, like, at some point. They tried to make her a bit serious or something, but the only thing she really did was she eliminated Nia Jax, and that's only because Nia Jax, like, charged at her. So, I didn't really see what the big deal about that was. I like Lana, but I didn't see what the big deal about that was. And then, Bianca Belair won this thing, and then she was, like, crying at the end. I just thought that was kind of cringe, like, the way she did that or something. And so that was also part of that 5th point I took off. Besides Alicia Fox being a legend, yeah, that was also cringy. Oh, and my funny story. So I was on Facebook yesterday, and there was some WWE video with Bianca Belair, and she was like saying something about how she's going to win or something. And then somebody left a comment that, like, man, I was scrolling past and I thought that was a man. Like, it was kind of funny, right? So I left a funny comment, like, I was just saying, like, I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you, man. Like, muscular and no boobs or whatever. So then, like, some idiot, like, some SJW guy left me a comment, like, why do guys hate on women that, no, he said, why do unfit and single guys hate on women just because they're fit or something like that? Like, what the fuck, dude? First of all, this guy ain't single. And number two, maybe I'm a little bit unfit, but guess what? I don't dig muscular chicks, man. I'm sorry, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I like my chicks to be, like, curvy if possible. Have some boobs, have some butt, or whatnot. But it's, like, a little bit of meat on them. I'm sorry, that's what Crazy Pretzel likes. And, Bianca Belair doesn't really have that. The face, it's alright, I guess, but then the ponytail is all goofy and shit. Like, check A for me, man. So that's why I said that. So if you don't like it, then shut the hell up. So, alright. Alright, next segment we got. So they go to like to the team of the Royal Rumble kickoff panel. This was cringy. Like, and I know they always do this for like every pay-per-view. It's part of the pre-show or something. It's like they try to make, and they never used to do this back in the day, mind you. They never used to do this. But it's like, I don't know why, but it's like for some reason WWE is like trying to make like their show look like football or something, because they always have like people talking about football. Trying to think, like anchors talking about the games that like talk about how certain players can do certain strategies or something, or things they would like to see that could help so-and-so team do better or something. I mean, what they're talking about kind of makes some sense. They know the game, and it's a real sport. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, there's always that controversy of NFL games being rigged and whatnot. But, I mean, other than that, you still got to say the guys getting tackled in the games, that's real, man. It's a real sport. So, that makes sense. This is not real. Like, in the essence that it's scripted and planned and whatnot. So, I mean, there's no reason to make this look like football at all. So, and it's like they were all just like sucking up to Bianca Belair. Like, this guy, Peter Rosenberg, whoever the fuck he is, he's like, I thought that Bianca Belair's speech was heart-touching and stuff. It's like, get the fuck out of here. This guy's supposed to be a man. This guy's a fucking pussy. But anyway, so, yeah, that was boring. It was boring and it was cringy. I did not like this segment. And so, and I like Sonya Deville, but even she was on this and she was, like, putting over how tough Bianca is, and she wants to see that on her brand. Is Sonya still wrestling? I mean, if she's still wrestling, why the hell isn't she saying, like, she's good, blah, 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 but of course she's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? What happened to Sonya the wrestler? Like, I don't know. She's getting replaced. Somebody I liked is getting replaced with this fucking, like, robotic, boring, I don't know. So, they show a recap of the, I guess on the pre-show, they had the women's tag titles. They showed how, God, I can't remember their names. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, like, won because, like, Charlotte had, like, the figure eight on somebody, and then Ric Flair's music hit, and he came out and gave Lacey Evans something, and Lacey Evans, like, punched Charlotte and knocked her out, and that's how they lost the titles. That was cool. I kind of wish I'd have seen that. So, but overall, oh God, I forgot about that. So, I was gonna give this a 3 out of 5 because I actually liked that. But then they do something else cringy on this. They have R-Truth come out, and then he's just there. So then Tony Rosenberg rolls him up from behind and pins him. So he's the 24/7 champ. Well, he hits him in the balls and then pins him, but still, why? Like, why? So this got a 2 out of 5. It's stupid. So, all right, next we got Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens in a last man standing match. I liked this match. I took some points off for stuff, but then I gave like a bonus on here. The only thing that really bothered me, the only thing I wanted to take a point off in this match at all was the selling. The selling kind of annoyed me a little bit, but if I look past the selling, I did enjoy this match. So, I mean, what annoyed me, like, here's the beginning of the match. So, like, they're, like, having a fist fight. Roman Reigns hits this huge right hand on Owens, and then, like, and then like he hits and Owens like no sells it, like hits a pop up power bomb on him, and then Roman Reigns like speared Owens outside the ring, and then Owens was up like at 5. So that's a finishing move, and he's up at like 5. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what's up with like last man standing matches now, and that's like versus back in the day. It's like back in the day they like led up to the spots. It's like now it's like they hit their big moves at the beginning and then they're up like just like that or something. To me, it makes their finisher moves look weak. So, and a lot of people did not like the Edge versus Orton last man standing because it went long. I liked it because it was an actual like kind of fight that I was just talked about. How it's like I don't think they like. I think they might have hit a couple finishers like at the beginning, and then but then it just they brawled and stuff. But they weren't like doing like all these crazy spots. I don't know. Maybe that one wasn't as good. I guess I'm kind of thinking more of back in the day, but whatever. Continuing with this match, they're brawling like in the I don't want to say bleachers section, but where the video input fans are at. They're brawling over there. Owens hits a stunner on Reigns, and he no-sells it. He knocks Owens off the stage thing through a table like they did on SmackDown. So I think that spot took Owens out for like a week or two. Owens got up at 8 on this. Again, the selling. Then Owens like gets up and he's like stumbling and wandering to the back or something, and I was kind of confused what they were doing with this or whatever. And then the funniest thing happens. So Owens is like stumbling, standing there. Roman Reigns comes up with a golf cart and fucking runs him over, and like Owens goes like through like the whatever fake glass that was or glass or whatever like at the cart, and just poof, like that looked great. I laughed my ass off at that. That was funny as hell. But of course Owens gets up at 9. He just got run over by a car and he's up at 9, so okay. Then he's fighting back 2 seconds later. He pops up power bombs Reigns on like this table and then splashes Reigns like through it. Roman gets up at 9. Owens puts Reigns like on some other table and like he goes up like a forklift. He like raises like the prongs in the forklift up, and then there's like a pallet on there. He goes up the top and does a cool senton bomb through Reigns through the table. That was a cool spot. Reigns got up at 9. Then we get kind of to a botchy spot in this match. So Roman Reigns, like they're like they're like by like this platform or something, but like that has like some lighting or something there. It's like some lighting and some tools or something. So Reigns brings out some handcuffs, right? So he's gonna like try to handcuff Owens. Well, Owens like fights back, and then Owens handcuffs Reigns to the thing, right? So Reigns is like sitting down on the ground. So the ref starts counting out Reigns because he can't get up, right? So he gets to 9. Reigns grabs the ref and like throws him like into something, and the ref gets knocked out. So he can't lose because the ref got knocked out. I love that spot. I was laughing my ass off at that. What kind of annoyed me though, this was a botch on their part. So another ref came out. Reigns is still sitting there. Paul Heyman's out there trying to like get him out of the handcuffs. Like I don't know if he's got a key or some kind of thing to cut the handcuffs with. And then Owens is also still down too. So another ref comes out. The ref counts to 6, and then he stopped. He stopped because Reigns wasn't out of the handcuffs and couldn't get up. And then Owens was still down 2 or something. The ref just stops counting, and it's like they just paused the match or something until Reigns got out of that. So unfortunately, I had to take another 5th point off for referee goofiness retardation because they planned that spot bad. So, yeah. But then Reigns gets out of it, and then Reigns does a guillotine choke, and then Owens can't get up for the 10 count. So they kind of botched that finish a little bit. This would have got 3 out of 5, but I gave them a bonus 5th point because Roman Reigns did this on his own. He didn't have Jey Uso come out or like other people come out to help him or anything. He won this on his own. And that's what I've been wanting to see from Roman Reigns being our tribal chief and whatnot. Needs to be a badass and win on his own, and he did. So they finally booked something right. So 4 out of 5 for it. Then we got the men's Royal Rumble, the main event of the show. And I took a fifth point off before the match even started. We got no promo of the Royal Rumble men's match whatsoever. They did nothing on the shows to actually build up anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like, qualifying matches, maybe, like, you know, to give, you know, just to kind of give somebody a shine or something. Nothing epic about, you know, like Edge making a return or something, or, I mean, it's just like, they did absolutely no video package at all to promote this. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's the men's Royal Rumble. The guy that wins this goes on to fight for the title at WrestleMania. That's supposed to be the biggest fucking thing in this company, and they didn't do a fucking video promo for it. So yeah, minus a fifth point. Alright, so the match starts off. We got Edge's number 1, Orton's number 2. Again, I just took some notes and some highlights and things I liked, didn't like on this. Sami Zayn came out at number 3. They double-teamed Edge. Sami Zayn looks like a homeless hobo. Why? But he does. Mustafa Ali came out to try to represent Retribution, and then Randy Orton hit RKOs on him and Ali, and then Jeff Hardy was also out there. I was kind of sad to see Jeff Hardy get eliminated. I think Dolph Ziggler eliminated him. Jeff Hardy should have won this match, man. Just saying. It would have been cool. It would have been cool. Let's see. Edge and Orton were like fighting outside the ring for a while. Like, they started fighting at first, and then the other guys were in there, and they were all double teaming, triple teaming Edge. And then Edge and Orton fought like outside the ring. Edge did a cool Impaler DDT on Orton, and I liked how the table didn't actually break. Like, so it's like Orton's like head was like poof, into the table. I thought that looked more impactful. And then Edge bashed his leg real good with a chair. So Orton was helped to the back and was out of the match for the rest of the time, right? So, well, till the end, we'll get there. Number 8 was Carlito. It was great seeing Carlito. And dude, Carlito is like in phenomenal shape, man. They need to get that guy back in this company, man. Could he be a world champion? Maybe not back then, but hell, if they're going to make anybody world champion now, give me Carlito. Like, I'll take Carlito over Mustafa Ali and Kevin Owens and all that stuff. You know, I want to like Kevin Owens, but what is his character? Like, besides, like, to me, it's like, you know, I get I'm not a fit guy, but I'm not on TV. You know what I'm saying? If I was on TV, I think I would try to get, like, in the best shape I possibly could, you know? I mean, that's your job, right? The guy just, like, he won't lose the weight and stuff and make himself look better. And then what's his character? Like, I never really understood what his character is. Plus, I'm still kind of pissed at the Royal Rumble match that he had with Reigns, how it's like, he was going through, like, tables and this and that, and he just keeps getting up, like, and not selling it. That also pissed me off. So, but anyway, so yeah, Carlito, better than Kevin Owens. At least as far as, like, star power goes to me. But, number 14 was Damian Priest. I never really seen this guy. He was from NXT. I don't really know much about him, but the guy looked kind of impressive. I think he's like 6'4", 6'5". Good shape. Sorry. Talking in the voice gets my voice mucusy. Number 15, The Miz came out. There was some promo. I didn't write this down, but there was some goofy promo backstage where, like, Miz and Morrison were talking to that Bad Bunny dude, and then they were like rapping or something, which their rap sounded better than this Joker's music. And then Booker T like showed up and was like, "Tell me you didn't just say that," or whatever, when they were trying to insult Booker T. So when Miz came out, he smashed some of the music equipment that Bad Bunny had there. There was like a laptop and maybe some speakers or something. He was kind of like doing some damage to it. So Miz and Morrison beat up a couple of people, and then I took a 5th point off for the cringiness of this. Mr. Bad Bunny comes out, and Miz and Morrison got eliminated by Damian Priest, and then of course Mr. Bad Bunny's got to climb up to the top rope to hit a crossbody on the guys. You know, all major impact. Like, I saw some article like on Facebook, like, "Oh, Bad Bunny leaves a major impact in the Royal Rumble." No, he doesn't. He fucking sucks. His music is terrible. You know what? This is his fucking music. Apparently, a mitt doesn't smash if you try to smash it with your hand, but it's garbage. It needs to be smashed. Anyway, number 18 was Kane. He came out and chokeslammed a bunch of people. There was a comical, I don't know if it was comical, but I guess Kane and Daniel Bryan used to be a tag team called Team Hell No. They hugged each other, which I thought was kind of funny, like how they kind of zoomed out of it to make fun of the best friends doing that in AEW. But then Kane chokeslammed him, so I liked that. That was funny. Surprisingly, Damian Priest eliminated Kane. King Corbin came out at number 19, eliminated Nakamura. I was glad to see that. A lot of the wussier wrestling fans, like, you know, they're like, oh, they need to push Nakamura. No, they don't. The guy has no fucking personality. He's just a Michael Jackson copycat, but he's got no personality or whatever. Can't cut a promo. They don't need to push him. Number 22 was Bobby Lashley. I like when he came out and Dominic Mysterio was in and he just like chucked his ass out of the ring. Like, that was great. Number 23 was the Hurricane. He came out and tried to double chokeslam Lashley and Big E. Then they did the same spot back in like the 2002 Rumble. I think it was like he came out and tried to chokeslam Stone Cold and Triple H, and they just threw his ass out. It was funny back then, but just seeing this again, I was like, really? They're just redoing it? So, and that's the thing too. You could say, oh, the newer fans might not know about that. They don't even know if that's the case. They wouldn't even know who the fuck this is. You know what I'm saying? So, I thought that was kind of weird. Number 24 was Christian. He made a wrestling return. I was kind of shocked to see him. They said it was like 7 years since his last match. I mean, I like Christian. Cool dude. I'm still more of an Edge fan than like Edge. So I know Christian like had some, I think he had some neck issues too and some injuries, but it wasn't like, it wasn't like as announced as Edge was and whatnot. And like in Edge's case, it was like he had to retire, or like if he kept taking the bumps, he could have been like paralyzed or something. Like, that's how bad his neck was. So I mean, him even making a return to the ring was fucking amazing. Like, Christian, it's great seeing him back too, but I don't really know his injuries. I was excited to see him, but I wasn't like as excited as I was for Edge. So, but it was cool seeing him in the match. Edge was in this for 42 minutes at this point. Rey Mysterio came out, and I found this kind of weird. Like, Michael Cole did some kind of like announcement for Victoria Beer, and apparently they're partnering with WWE or something. I find it weird that WWE is like, you know, this kids show PG stuff or whatever, and they're advertising beer. Maybe they'll go for more of an adult Edge. But I still don't have any faith in their shows, so I'm not watching it until their shows actually get good. So, I mean, you can have 2 or 3 good segments, but when the whole entire show is like mostly garbage, it's still gonna fail. So why waste my time on it? But all right, AJ Styles was out there. I'm gonna butcher the name of his bodyguard. His bodyguard's name was Amos, I think. He's like a 7 foot tall, like the 7 foot tall black dude or something. I think he used to be an NBA player or whatever. I was laughing my ass off at this because like, and I've never really seen this in the Royal Rumble where it's like there's a like this big tall bodyguard or somebody like staying out ringside and just eliminating people, like just eliminating people. So like he grabbed Big E Langston, eliminated him. I thought that was real funny. And then he grabbed Big E and threw his ass like over the announcer's table. That was funny as hell. And then later on, he grabbed like Rey Mysterio and eliminated him. So I thought that was funny too. Number 29 was Seth Rollins. I'm not really excited to see him back. I don't care about Seth Rollins much at all. And why is he only wearing one glove? Like, what's up with that? Oh, it's my chopping hand or something. Well, why the fuck are you wearing one glove? You should wear 2 gloves because they come in a pair, or no gloves. Why is he wearing one glove? Number 30 was Braun Strowman. I couldn't tell if he was a good guy or a bad guy. I really don't care. Like I said, to me, the ship's kind of sailed on Strowman. Like, he maybe could have been something bigger, but the fact that, like, he kept jobbing to, like Lesnar and whatnot, and also, like, he does some goofy shit, like, on Facebook. Like, he dresses up like his Wonder Woman, or just does goofy shit, and it's like, it's sad how, like, this big, strong, muscular guy, like, is just, like, kind of a, like, I don't want to say a wuss, but, like, cringy. You know what I'm saying? Cringy. There was a spot where Edge and Christian did a double spear to Strowman. The cameraman, like, it either was a botch or the cameraman didn't pick it up. I was kind of annoyed by that. Edge is in this 52 minutes. I took a 5th point off for this. So, they're, like, down to it, like, down to this, and then they pipe in the "this is awesome" chants. I fucking hate those chants. So, I took a 5th point off because that was cringy. This is awesome. I fucking hate those chants. So, the final 4 was Rollins, Strowman, Edge, and Christian. Edge and Christian try to, like, eliminate Strowman. Like, Edge has, like, Strowman, like, in a chokehold, like, over the ropes. And then, like, Christian came over to try to help, like, get Strowman's legs over. So Rollins runs and, like, hits Christian and, like, ends up eliminating Strowman and Christian. Comes down to Edge and Rollins. Edge, like, eliminates Rollins. Randy Orton shows up out of nowhere and RKO's Edge. And I love that because, like, I forgot he was in this thing. So he, like, RKO's Edge. That was awesome. But then they ruined it. Because he RKO's him, picks him up, goes to throw him over the top rope, but then it just reverses it and eliminates him. So Edge no-sells the RKO. So it's like, did I take a point off already for selling? I don't think I did. I really don't think I took a point off for selling, but I don't know, whatever. That just made me so angry. I felt like that was such a waste, because it's like, they could have did this, like, a little bit slow, you know what I'm saying? Like, RKO, and then, like, Orton could have just, like, you know, milked it and laughed his ass off at it or something, you know, and then picked him up to do it, and then Edge could have just shocked us and, you know, won that way. Like, I appreciate what they tried to do, but I hated, like, how he just no-sold the RKO that he just took and did that. Like, that pissed me off a little bit. So, I think I did take a 5th point. Yeah, I did take a point off for the selling on that. So, what would this have gotten? Because I did give this a bonus, too. It was entertaining. What did I give this? I think I gave it a 4 out of 5. I think I took a 5th point off or something for, like, the selling, the "this is awesome" chants, and the lack of a promo for it. But Carlito was in it. Christian made a return. AJ Styles' bodyguard, Amos, I think his name is, he was cracking me up. So this got a 4 out of 5. It was a good Rumble. So overall, it was good. So this show got a overall grade. It was going to be a 4.25 out of 8 for 53%. So it still fails. But this company actually has a couple of storylines on the show that make sense. And I don't see that in wrestling much anymore, especially not in AEW. So, because you got Edge and Randy Orton continuing a little bit of a feud there. That was nice to see. You got the Lacey Evans Charlotte thing going. It's a storyline. I kind of like it. That's something to see. I enjoyed, like, most of the matches. There wasn't really, like, match-wise, there really wasn't, like, much of anything, like, too terrible. So, show gets a bonus 1 point. It gets a 5.25 out of 8. So it gets a 65%. It's a D on my grading scale, but guess what? It still passed. When was the last time AEW passed? They don't pass. They might have even gotten a higher point if they wouldn't have, you know, they worked on the selling and stuff. So overall, I enjoyed this Rumble, despite my grading of it. Aside from, like, the cringiness of like the football stuff they were doing and the stupid 24/7 title stuff and calling Alicia Fox a legend. You know what I'm saying? It was a good show. I would watch it. Check it out. Yeah, that's about it. So, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Peace.